Hi, Andrew Gaudin here with Amanda McIntyre. Look, what a year we've just had, a year like no other. Who would have thought, most of us would have spent 2020 working from their favourite office nook, the kitchen table, wherever it might have been in the house. Almost all of us in some way, shape or form have been impacted by remote working over the course of this year. So a question for you, Amanda. What did 2020 look like from a remote working standpoint?
Thanks a million, Andrew. Well, as you said, it's been a crazy year. I think a year most of us don't want to repeat again. What we saw from a remote worker perspective is a variety of things as the year progressed. We started off in the year and with the initial lockdowns that happened for most countries in March, we went into this uncontrolled remote, we like to call it. This is where individuals, for most part, were either stranded or fled to their home countries to be with family. Then we moved towards the summertime when the reality was most companies at that point thought things would be over and they could move back to the more normal. That did not happen. And as a result, we saw at that point organizations attempting to get their arms around what remote meant to them and try and put guardrails around the issue. So it's really been an interesting journey throughout the whole 2020.
What do companies need to be thinking about?
It's a good question, Andrew. I think I would say the first thing is ensure that you have some level of definition about what remote is. Is it in country? Is it out of country? Obviously, if it's outside country, you're giving people the ability to work outside beyond borders. It's becoming more complicated. So that's point one. I think the second one is, what's your definition of who's going to be in that bucket of remote work going forward? I think 2020 was an interesting year in that a lot of it was reactive. I don't think anyone wants to live through that reactive period again. So really it's planning and trying to get ahead of the challenges in 21, trying to control those folks who are remote and who are intending to go remote, put guardrails around them. And then strategically look towards this future of virtual assignments, hybrid working, get ahead of these issues before they become that, lockdown issue we had back in March and trying to come to terms with it.
Thanks, Amanda, for joining us today. Really appreciate having your insights as always.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Andrew. It's so lovely to spend the time with you.
And thanks everyone for joining us today.